And also, I don't really care if I don't really do the like because you said something that made sense, then I have to accept everything you said making sense. I don't. I hate that, and a lot of grifters do that. A lot of people, like the Kevin Samuels of the world, they do that a lot. They're really good at doing that. Now, when you talk about hearts and minds, I see you put it in the chat as if it's like some like talking point for you. But I'll break down why how winning hearts and minds isn't really what you think it is. Because when you talk about going against the status quo, when you challenge people's whole entire worldview, I don't care how nice you are about it. They're gonna reject it. I'm just being honest with you. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, like there are plenty examples. The people didn't want to listen to MLK Jr. and he turned the other cheek when people slapped him, and he was like, "Nope, we're not gonna fight back." Malcolm was like, "By all means necessary," and guess what? They unalive both of them. and if you look at the approval numbers for either during those times, they were fairly low from black people, from like a lot of people didn't like what they were saying and didn't like definitely with MLK Jr. didn't like what they were saying. It doesn't when you make people uncomfortable and you challenge the status quo has a lot of power and influence, right? So it doesn't matter how nice you are. It doesn't, like, honestly, it doesn't, right? To me, the thing that will ultimately get, garner the hearts and minds of people is you being genuine and you being consistent. I think those things go really, really, really far. You being genuine, you being consistent. You being disingenuous, you being disingenuous, and when I say that, I'm saying where people can actually clock it. You being disingenuous and then trying to challenge the status quo will get you nowhere fast. You can be as disingenuous as you want when you are Kevin Samuels, because Kevin Samuels was very disingenuous and he was very disrespectful to men, and he won the hearts and minds of many men, and he dogged men. He talked crazy about men too. Not as bad as he talked about women, but he talked very poorly. He talked very badly about men, without a doubt, right?
Difference, brother.
Huh?
There's a difference. Have you heard the phrase, "It's better to light candles than curse darkness"? Because you can give criticism, biting criticism, in a very bad tone, but yet if it's in the aspect of trying to help out, which it depends on what people see it as, if they're trying to help out, then they may see it as lighting candles. But if you're giving out and giving
That's what I'm saying.
and
Why
you're
do
not
you
wanting
take
to,
the things that I'm
you're not wanting
saying
to, I'm
and
just
say the same
what you,
thing? I
no,
just
what you
said
just
that.
no. Listen.
That's
So when you
literally
say
what
that,
I was just saying.
because you just listen,
Lord
because you
help
just
me,
said,
God.
Kevin Samuels. You were saying that, oh, he's very harsh to men and everything, but a lot of men saw that as lighting their candle. Just like
Sir,
you play sport, you play sports, right?
listen to what
You
I
play
said
sports.
again. HNIC, hold on. Listen to
I
what I
just
said
listened to
again.
what you just said.
Oh, you didn't. I promise you, because then you wouldn't have repeated that. Well, no. You know what? You did hear what I said, because you just stole it. You just tried to make it seem like you were saying something different. I just said that. I was saying when you challenge a person's worldview, when you challenge their worldview, it doesn't matter how you say it. It doesn't matter. They don't care. They're not going. They're not going to listen to you. But when you give them comfort in their worldview, right? Like Kevin Samuels did. When Kevin Samuels would tell them, you need to go make all the money in the world to be and that's how you get women. When you tell men that, right? That is comfortable for men to hear. That's what we're used to hearing. We're used to hearing that all these women are gold diggers. And then when you tell the women, and then those same men then turn around and watch you berate women and put women down and blame women for the problems going on, that reinforces their worldview. So it didn't matter how he delivered it. It just mattered that he was admonishing and diminishing women. That's what the men liked. That's what they gravitated towards. That's why it didn't matter how he said it. It didn't matter if what he said was stupid. It didn't matter if what he said didn't make sense. It didn't matter if what he said wasn't rooted in any scientific proof whatsoever. He just made it up. It doesn't matter. That didn't matter one bit. The only thing that matters is that it made me feel comfortable as a man. That is what I was saying. The analogy you gave, that's what it was saying. Because it doesn't matter. It's how they perceive it. If they are comfortable in it, they will perceive it as you're lighting my candle. That's good. That's what I want to hear. That's what I said. Jesus Christ, man.
Well,
That's the
first,
second time you've done that, by the way.
please don't use Jesus Christ named in vain.
I
But
don't care about Jesus Christ.
the,
Jesus Christ.
the,
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I don't care.
what are you getting from when I say
I don't care
to
about
light
Jesus
candles
Christ.
and curse darkness, brother?
I got what I just explained to you what I got from it.
No, because it seems a little bit off. It's not about comfort. It's about the idea of coming up with a solution, whether it be comfortable or uncomfortable, and also the idea of saying that I'm here on your side to at least be able to help you out in coming with a solution. Because you can criticize somebody, like the Klan may say, hey, black people they have babies out of wedlock and everything. Let's say if Jesse Jackson said, hey, we're having too many babies out of wedlock. Hey, here's what we need to do. There's one that cares, another that doesn't. Now, once again, that could be up for debate, anything, but it's the idea of saying,
I would call Jesse Jackson a Klan member just like them because
yeah,
he's
that's what I'm saying.
perpetuating white tea
Yeah, that's
supremacy.
why I said it's up for debate. So, and be that as it may. But what I'm just saying is that, when you go about, if you criticize and people don't feel as though that you're on their side or anything like that, even if it may be the best thing out there, the best information, but yet they're not, you're not winning hearts and minds because they don't see you on their side of coming up with a solution to help
You should
them
be a
out.
politician because you have mastered the art of saying nothing while saying a lot at the same time. Like you use a lot of
How,
words to say
how about this,
absolutely
brother?
nothing.
How about this, brother?
Bunch of platitudes.
When it comes to, I've given you specifics, platitudes, and everything else. When it comes to, let's say, at the very beginning, when I said I was against you of what you were saying and everything, and I was saying like, you said that you're for helping out with men, right? And getting rid of harsh patriarchy and everything, correct? All right. And our first conversation that we had in another room, I was saying like, the way you're going about it, it's making it to where it's going to make more men, it's going to make our jobs harder because of the idea that you're cursing darkness, not lighting candles. You feel
Cap.
me? Do you feel what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
you guys try to you could try to um you can try all you want to like tone police me or like you think you're the first person to try this pseudo intellectual approach of acting like we're on the same side but we're not on the same, like you've been up here repeating red pill talking points this whole time.
So I'm red
Literally.
pill. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay, so
they are. You read the 48 Laws of Power, Sun Tzu, The Art of War. That's all red pill stuff, bro.
I read the Bible, read the Quran, so that means
All that's red pill too. That's
So
where
I
they got
read,
it from.
so I read, I read,
That's
I
where they
read,
got it from.
I read Mao, I read Bell Hooks, so therefore I'm still red pill.
I don't know.
All right,
Mao isn't red pill.
all right, then.
What was Mao doing?
So once again, all right then. So the idea is that when we exchange ideas and everything, to at least open up. I actually had at least the courage to come up here, and it's on your live, and I diametrically oppose with a lot of stuff you say, but I haven't
Yes.
cursed at you. I don't, assassinate your character, anything like that. And remember that last live, I said, hey, I'll even help out with the bridging the gap between you and those other people that talk about you,
I
because
don't care
I
about
don't
them.
want to
Hey,
see, I don't want to,
BPG, am
I don't
I
want to see black,
tripping?
I don't want
Do
to see
we not
black
have this
people.
conversation a lot of time? How a lot of these dudes
I don't
they
want to have to see black
whisper,
people
they
as shit on
whisper
about.
and they condescend, and then
All right,
because
well,
I've already explained it to you, brother. I am a genuine person, right? I'm
genuine,
not playing this game. I'm not.
mm,
I promise you,
genuine.
there is no, I'm not hiding anything up my sleeve. I'm very straightforward with with what I want to do, with all of that stuff, right? Now, I don't have no ulterior. I have no ulterior motives, right? I'm not like me and you are on the same side. I don't think you and I are on the same side. You see what I'm saying?
On certain things, if
On
you're listening, I
anything.
said on
I
certain
don't
things.
think we're on the same side on anything. Nothing you said makes me believe we're on the same
I
side.
said getting rid of violence. That isn't that a common goal?
I don't think you actually care about getting rid of violence. That's what I'm
All
saying.
right.
You can
Well,
say that
you said
you can.
you said
Here's
you're
what I'm saying.
genuine,
You can
and
say,
you're
hold
not
on,
being
hold on,
genuine.
HNIC. You can say, I care about getting rid of violence, right? But then when I ask you, how do you want to get rid of violence? And you say something like, install rites of passage for men. That tells me that you actually don't know. You either A, don't know what that means, like to get rid of violence, or B,
I have a program
you
for that.
actually don't care about getting rid of violence because you're talking about
That was one of the
implementing.
things I said.
That is one of the things you said,
Yeah, I
and
said
that was,
one of
I know
implementing
what you
getting rid of
said. The
violence.
other thing you said, you stole from me. So
Stole
already,
from
well,
me.
I don't want to take
Oh,
credit for
I
that.
stole from
You want
you?
me? Okay. So
Okay.
first you repeated what I said to me,
I stole
right?
from
You
you.
just did
Okay.
it. You just did
So
it in a
you're
more
being disingenuous,
long-winded.
my brother.
You did it in a. No, I'm not. You did
Yeah,
it
you're saying
in a
I stole
long-winded.
from you. So
Okay,
so
hold
I'm your
on.
acolyte.
I'll mute you since you can't stop talking. You did it in a long-winded way. You repeated. You regurgitated what I said. right? You said you wanted specifics. I gave you specifics, I guess, to a
Yeah,
certain extent.
platitudes.
I asked you,
You
no,
gave
I didn't give you platitudes.
you gave me just basic stuff like, oh, unpack the misogyny. What does that look like? And you were like,
No,
oh yeah,
no, because you asked
misogyny.
me, wait,
Nah,
but if
nah.
you want me, wait,
And you telling other people
but wait,
grifting and like,
hold on,
oh,
HNIC, hold on, brother, hold on. That wasn't, hold on,
you
brother,
were talking
hold
about
on, don't do that, don't unmute.
you,
It doesn't,
you,
there's no need, either be quiet or get dropped.
how much am I
Okay,
getting for this? Because you've made a good amount of
okay, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all always end up telling on yourselves. You end up acting just like every other red pillar. Like, what do you not understand? Did you not think that you don't think that I can see through? I do this all day. I do this all day long. HNIC, look at him trying to do this weird attack, and that's what I'm saying. So if okay, so y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Here's what I'm saying about how these dudes function, right? What is he trying to insinuate with this comment? If you communist, I should get paid while I'm on here. What do you get from that, BPG? Tell me. How would you interpret that?
For one, I think it's exhausting because it always implies that the point of the lives that you have is for the money, like specifically, like that's what that's for. But also, stop conflating systems, large systems, to individual interactions. It's not that the individual cannot contribute to the system, but stop. Communism is not something like personally that you're doing. Patriarchy ain't something that you join like being a Delta. Like that's not what that is. It's really, really exhausting. And like I said earlier, the red pill list of like Oprah's red pill list of books,
Art of
also
War,
very exhausting.
48 Laws of Power.
Yeah.
Everything he was saying, all the self-help jargon, all of that stuff. I was like, interesting that you sound exactly like every other red pillar I've ever spoken to, but then you mask, like I said this whole time, you're masking as if we have all of this in common, and then you say that I'm diametrically opposed to most things you say. Then we're not on the same side. That's what I've been telling you. A broken clock is right twice a day. So even with Kevin Samuels, there's some things Kevin Samuels said that I'm like, you can't disagree with that. Men, you should get up every day and wash your butt crack. I agree with that.
Why would you not be doing that?
Why would you not be doing that? That does not mean that we should try to find common ground around men washing their butt cracks. You see what I'm saying? That's not how that works. I said I wanted to mitigate all the violence that is visited upon people in our community. I told you that my plan to do so was by teaching young boys to unpack their misogyny, because a lot of their emotional instability is directly connected to their misogyny, right? That's what I know and that's what I believe. So I said, let's do that. Like that's what I want to do. And the part that I wanted to get to was, how do you measure it? Which was if the violence actually drops, because that's what the question was about. Then right now when we were having the conversation, he goes, "Oh, you're speaking in platitudes." I wasn't. "Oh, you didn't get in depth because I wasn't supposed to about that." If you ask me, how do you teach kids? How do you teach little boys how to unpack their misogyny? I would say, I'm glad you asked. Then I would tell you the things that I'm doing with my son, right? That's what I'm saying. So it's not, and everybody who's in here, you guys know that I talk about that all the time. So great. That's the same question. You guys want to keep asking me the same question over and over and over again. I'll answer it gladly over and over and over again. I have no problem with it. Right. But